In this video, I'm going to show you the teeniest, tiniest little knife you've ever seen and why it's the only knife you're ever going to need for your next thru hike. Let's go. Hello, Russ here, bringing you the best tips and inspiration for hiking around the world. If all of that sounds really good to you, then do consider hitting that subscribe button below for more content just on that every single week. Okay, so this is the Victorinox Classic mini pocket knife. It's a fantastic little bit of kit. I recently hiked the PCT this year. I made it 210 miles. And just before I started the trail, I thought I'm just going to pick up one of these knives because I didn't bring scissors, I didn't bring a nail file and all of the little things that come on this, so it's a really handy little thing to have. I went into an REI in San Diego and it cost me about $11. I went for the yellow one, so it's really easy to spot if you drop it. I use it a lot for opening things like packets that I couldn't open with my cold hands. It was really handy for that. I use it for cutting things like thread and tape. I used it for trimming my nails and filing them down, as well as picking food out of my teeth. And it comes in really handy if you or another hiker have got a splinter or a really long cactus thorn stuck in something. The tweezers come in really handy for that. It weighs in at just 21 grams. Here it is on the scales, and it's made of stainless steel and plastic. It's really small, it's no longer than 1 or 2 inches, and it's about 1.5 centimeters wide. Okay, so it's basically got this really nice plastic yellow cover on the outside. It also comes with a nice little key ring, so you can use it on your keychain, but I never used it for that. It comes with a really nifty little pair of tweezers, which just come out like that. They're really small, really lightweight. Next up on the other side that you can just pull out is a little tiny toothpick. These things are really easy to lose, so just be careful with them where you're putting them, but really handy that they just slot into the end just like that. Next up is it's got a nice little nail file. I only really use this once I cut my nails with my proper nail clippers, but that came in handy because you don't want really sharp fingernails because you could scratch you or another fellow thru hiker. Okay, so that's the nail file. The next thing that comes with it is a little tiny knife. Really good for trimming things down, cutting thread, cutting food, anything you need to cut with a knife. And the next thing, and it's probably my favorite feature about the Victorinox Classic mini pocket knife, is the scissors. These are really tiny, they're really compact, they've got a little spring mechanism on them so that they spring back up, and they're actually incredibly sharp. And these were perfect for cutting anything that I needed to. I actually use those scissors all the time. I had this pocket knife stashed away in the back zippy pocket of my Patagonia Striders, of which I will have a review up here in a corner somewhere for you to watch. But yeah, that's where I kept them. And again, I think I mentioned this already, I picked a very brightly coloured one, so if you drop it, it's really easy to spot. Never buy camouflage stuff just like this because you're just gonna lose it. The Victorinox Mini Classic Pocket Knife is for an ultralight backpacker. It's not going to be for someone who's going to be going around bushwhacking, making their own shelters. It's not for that, but it's perfect for a thru hiker who's going to have their own shelter on them all the time. You do not need a massive hunting knife while you're on a thru hike, unless you really want to bring it. There's just no need. All of the little tools on this tiny little pocket knife, everything you're going to need for an entire thru hike. I did 210 miles with it and I never needed another knife. So I think this was $11, or was it £11? I can't remember. £11 would be the most that this would cost, and I'll tell you what, for a tiny little knife, this quality, all the tools on it are super sharp, it's really lightweight, it's really durable. So for £11, I'd say this is incredible value for money. It's got everything you need. The tools are really high quality, they're very sharp, they're going to last you a really long time. It's really strong and it's really durable. So for all of those reasons, I think the Victorinox Classic mini pocket knife is definitely an essential part to any thru hiker's kit list. Okay, so that is my full review of the Victorinox Classic mini pocket knife. Definitely a good thing to have. Came in really handy. I will have a link in the description below to the mini pocket knife, as well as all of my other kits, so go check that out. Okay, campfire question. Which pocket knife are you using on the trail and why? Let us know in the description below. The trail hunter community would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching this video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it, and I'll see you in the next one.